Hey guys, Novaexplosion, welcome back to more Wild Arms 2. I also just learned that this game was called like Second Ignition in Japan. So I almost wish we got that name for this release because Second Ignition is actually kind of a sick name. But anyway, let's load it up. I think this is the highest level one. Playtime is so off. We are definitely 30 hours in this game. It says we're 27 hours. Oh, what the? This was not the opening the first time. Alright, we gotta watch this. I don't think we've seen this opening. Yeah, this is not the first opening. Dude, why didn't they show me this in the actual, like, story? Like, Tales of Arise-esque. Oh, we gotta see this, though. This looks sick. Oh, there's Lucide. They really should have shown me this, like, as we started Disc 2. Yo, this opening is already better than the first one. The first one was also great, but this is a amazing opening. I love it. Dude, they really should have shown this in the beginning of this too. I mean, cool that it loads the opening every time you play the game, but still. Because, like, I think Tales of Arise also had, like, a second opening. It played it after Pelagian, after Volrin in the castle. That was sick. I really love that. But, yeah, after Volrin, they gave you, like, a second Tales of Arise opening, and it was like, oh, hey, halfway point of the game. That was awesome. That was great. I almost wish you saw that in the main story. Like, I wish they played that as Disc 2 started. But anyway, we have some stuff to talk about. Some of it IRL, some of it Wild Arms 2 related. I'm gonna go to sleep in Volcano, and I will talk about it as I do that. Arietta, what's up? I did see you before. I had like a 1-second power outage. That's why my stream disconnected. Where am I going? Oh, yeah, we have to go to Sylvalin and, like, the live reactor. Or not live reactor, live reflector. Because we have to go to, like, the volcano dungeon. First order of business of what I want to talk about is I got word yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I got word from my construction crew because we've been waiting This is not where I want to be. We've been waiting so long to hear back from them, but I finally got word, like, the permit was accepted. They're going to probably start tomorrow. I'd say there's a very high chance they will start tomorrow. So that does mean that stream schedule is going to be a little different. Where's the live reflector? It's right there. But that doesn't mean the stream schedule is going to be a little different. Now, I should still be able to stream. I'm just going to have to do a lot more night streams. Like, we're talking like 5 EST later to start. So that's one thing. Another thing, I might not be able to stream every day, but, you know, because I've been streaming every day up to this point because, like, I've got nothing better to do. I'm like unemployed right now. But yeah, Dragon's Vein I think we go to? I think it's Dragon's Vein. Because it's like near Relene Observatory. So yeah, I'll still stream. Like, I'm not gonna, like, go on a super long hiatus, but I'm gonna have to be a little more like, oh, today I might not be able to. I'm gonna be really busy just helping wherever's needed, and also just, in general, it's gonna be really tough. But I should still be able to stream somewhat consistently. Like, at least 3 times a week, which is fine. That's number 1. That I finally got confirmation on that. Number 2, Wild Arms 2. I didn't look how much of the game is left, although I think we're really close. I think we probably have like 2 streams left of the game based on what it looks like here. But I did do a good look at the optional content because I talked about, like, Wild Arms 1, I ended up recording a lot of the post game and the optional content. And I want to do that a little bit for this game. Not necessarily because, like, Wild Arms 2, I want to be done with it. But I do, like, I have this plan to play most of the Wild Arms games back to back. I'm definitely going to play 3 when this one's done, which I've talked about. But, what I'm considering is maybe just playing 4 and 5 immediately after 3. Now, if I do that, it's going to heavily depend on how I feel at the end of Wild Arms 3. But it is a possibility that I just play all of them back to back. And I'm enjoying Wild Arms 2, but I do, like, want to get to the other Wild Arms games. So, I do, and also, the second reason is, I think it'll be a much more enjoyable experience if I do some research on some of the post-game bosses and super bosses, like I did for the first Wild Arms, instead of just going in blind. So, that is, like, the decision I've come to. Now, when it comes to what we're doing for this playthrough and what we're not, or not playthrough, but for the streams, I have a list of things that I do want to do for the stream, and then I have a list of things that I'm like, I'll save it for after the final boss. Because the plan is still, like the first game, we're going to beat the final boss, and I'll just load the game up as if there's post-game. But everything after the final boss is going to be YouTube only, like the first Wild Arms ones. This streaming for Wild Arms 2 ends when I finish the final boss, basically. Kind of like how it was for the first game. And I plan to do that for probably all the Wild Arms games, just so I can get to them a little faster, and I can do the optional content at my own pace, basically. Because I want to stream them all, and I want to get to them all soon. Like, I want Wild Arms to be like, oh, I want to say, hey, I played all the main lines. So, the two things that happen are we finish Wild Arms 3, and I take a small break, like a relatively small break. It wouldn't be a long break, it'd be a small break of Wild Arms and play like another game or two, and then dive into 4 and 5. Because once I play 4, I'm probably just going to play 5 immediately after it. But the real question is, if I go straight from 3 to 4, or if I do 3, then take a small break and then do 4, again, it's going to heavily depend on how I'm feeling at the end of 3. Like, right now, I have it in me to play another Wild Arms game, which is why I'm going to play 3. Also, 3 is, like, often people's favorite, so I'm curious to see how I like it. I have it in me to play another Wild Arms game after this, but if I have it in me to play another one after 3, we'll see. We will see. It just depends on how the third one is, essentially. Like, if I end up loving it, I'd say it's possible I just play 4 and 5 after that and knock them out. And then I can have all the mainline Wild Arms games on my channel by the end of the year. Probably. That would be really great. But this is all speculation. Nothing's, like, officially confirmed. The only thing that's confirmed is me playing the third one immediately after this. Oh, hello. Caution, flammable gas, open flames prohibited. Do I, like, have to freeze this? No. How do I get rid of this? Burn it? Okay, yeah. Oh, it's pretty sick. I like that. That's how I'm feeling about, like, what I'm doing with the Wild Arms series. That's my goal. One of those two options. It's gonna hurt me. Yeah. I probably have to use the skates with, con on. But yeah, I actually made a notepad, and I copy and pasted everything optional into a notepad, because it's very hard for me to go back and forth between main story and optional content. So I went ahead and, like, copied all the optional stuff onto a separate notepad. So I kind of picked and choose, like, oh, I'll do this for I'll do this for stream, I'll do this for stream, I'll save this for recordings, etc. There also is, I'm just gonna say this, there's an optional character in this game. I plan to get that optional character. But, the optional character, there's an optional character in this game we can get really soon. I plan to get that character for the stream. We're gonna finish the game with that character. And you know how I feel about optional characters. I'd rather them just not be optional. I'd rather them, like, not exist. I'm not a huge fan of optional characters because missing a whole character is kind of lame. I got a lucky card from this fight. Let's go. Pretty pog. But yeah, I didn't like it when FF7 did it with Yuffie and Vincent. I didn't like it when Fantasia had the Ninja Girl as optional. Star Ocean 3 kind of has optional characters. They're not really so much optional as like pick and choose, but similar enough. Not exactly the same thing. My biggest examples are FF7 and Fantasia with optional characters. There's probably others, but that's all I can think of right now. It should be self-explanatory how I feel about optional characters. I'd rather than just like make them mandatory. Make the side quest that fleshed him out, sure, but like... Oh, Arc the Lad 2 had optional characters. Choco is like an optional character in that game. And also Deekbeck. Deekbeck is like... Deekbeck you meet through the story, but you have to like go back on your own to recruit him. Choco is an optional character. So is Deekbeck, but Deekbeck is like you meet him in the main story. Actually, I don't remember. Do you meet Choco in the main story and then you have to do her quest on your own? I don't recall. No, I'm pretty sure Choco you have to find. You have to go out of your way for Choco in Arc the Lad 2. I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly certain you do. For Deekbeck, you meet him in the story, but then you have to remember to go back to Vilmer's to pick him up. By the way, I don't know if I'm going the right way. I'm just hoping I am. This volcano is like a giant maze. This is not as hype of a volcano dungeon as I expected. Oh, hello. Oh, I got the preemptive strike. Let's go. Any valuable treasure? Okay, there's only like 3 items here, and they're not very much. They're not a lot of items. But I don't think we're gonna finish the game today. I think we're nearing the end, but I don't think we're gonna finish today. We might need one more stream. The person in chat who's played this game told me that Disc 2 is heavy on optional content. But when it comes to the main story, there's less. It's like a 60% disc 1, 40% disc 2 scenario. Apparently most of the content in this disc is optional, which I just talked about. I'm doing some of the optional as YouTube recordings, so I don't think we'll finish today. We might finish next stream though, probably, and then we can dive into Wild Arms 3 sometime in August. We're almost in August. That's another thing. I don't actually know when I'm going to stream this game next. I'm not streaming on Saturday. Tomorrow I'm doing Engage. I made a commitment that I'm doing Engage like at least once a week because I really want to finish it. But part of me wants to start another playthrough because Engage, I'm kind of souring on Engage a little bit, but also I'm going to try to play it weekly because I want to get it done. So, yeah. And I think I'm gonna finish. I think FF16 I'm not gonna get to finish till Sunday, probably. So maybe Monday I'll finish Wild Arms 2. If it really is just 2 more streams, counting this one. Hopefully Big 4 comes this stream and he can let me know how much I have left at the end of this stream. Flame Tongue, oh no. Bana. Yeah, the point of my process with the Wild Arms games, I want all the playthroughs to be more or less complete, like doing all the content. They're all going to be complete playthroughs. I'm just not going to do all that content on stream. It also just makes a better viewing experience, I feel, if I know what I'm doing for optional content. And super bosses. Like, my whole focus of streaming these is to get the main story and some optional content if I feel like it. Like, if I run into an optional dungeon or something, like I've run into quite a few in this game, then that's cool too. It's mainly just I want to get to the other Wild Arms games a little faster, because I'm choosing to play them all back to back. I even, like, can jump down here. This is like This reminds me of like Breath of Fire 3's. Breath of Fire 3 had like a place called Mount Zulo, which was kind of a volcano dungeon. This reminds me of Breath of Fire 3's volcano dungeon, where it's not like as cool as Killer Rouse or Mount Fuji in Berseria and Dragon Quest XI respectively. But, you know, it has lava, basically. Breath of Fire 3's volcano dungeon was also like lacking any cool effects, if I remember correctly. Oh, which way am I going? Probably this way. Oh, right, you have to kick this with Brad. Got the arm mini scud. A mini scud is a heavy arm used by Brad. It's a portable missile launcher for attacking a single enemy. Let's go. Bum, 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 bum. Alright. What does this say? Is this the beginning again? Did I just go back to the start? I think I just went back to the start. Okay, this is just a giant maze. I mean, there's no, like, gimmicks other than the flammable gas part. I also did a little Googling of, like, how strong you should be for the final boss, and I think, I was looking up, like, oh, should you do the optional content before the final boss? And people were saying, like, oh, you could do it any way you want. Like, you can either do the optional stuff after, or you can do it before. It does apparently let me save my game, unlike Wild Arms 1. To which I'm like, okay, we will probably do some optional content before the final boss, but some of it after. What's down here? This rock. What do I do now, though? Because now it's like, that's to the entrance. Unless there's like another exit I can take. Did I go this way? I don't remember. Oh, there's coins there. Okay, this is apparently the beginning. Oops. Oh, I did not get this chest. Now I got it already. That's what I thought. Apparently there are only 3 treasure chests in this place. This is the Amazing Stone. Alright. From the Amazing Stone. Where do I go? Next room has a moon pin for Lilka. And the room after has a save point. Oh, I didn't equip the moon pin to Lilka. Also, I feel like we've been using the original 3 for a while. Take out Brad or something. Put Kanon in. Give you this moon pin. Yeah, there you go. Save point. Go this way, I think. I did not mean to fall in that lava. Bum, 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 bum. Did we look in this room already? This volcano is very confusing. Oh, hello. I don't think we went there, I'm assuming, because of the trail of coins. Thank you. I should stop skipping encounters. I really should. Jump down here. Wait. Right, there's no more gas. Alright. Here there's gas. Burn that up. Now I should be able to go back to that one room and cross that. I have to think is what I'm doing. Sway. Trying to find that one room where I like couldn't do anything in. Oh, an unavoidable encounter. Dude, you know what I feel? I feel like I'm so used to skipping encounters now. I feel like I'm using the encounter cancel too much. And that's entirely my own fault, but I feel like the game's like, oh, you could skip encounters. I feel like I'm using it too much. I'm abusing it. And while I don't want to battle everything, I don't want to always use it, because like, what's the point of playing if I'm skipping every encounter? Unless I'm like speedrunning. Just die. I feel like I'm too addicted to it. It's like a double-edged sword. I like having it, but also I use it way too much. I mean, this game is like really easy, so like we really don't need to level up too much, because the game has not been that difficult.